Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today's video is my first movie review on this channel. I wasn't gonna do this video until tonight, like midnight or something, but I have another video to upload on my main channel, the 101 Junko, and that's gonna take like about 3 or 4 hours to upload, so I wanted to get this video out of the way, because I'm going to be using my webcam for movie reviews, movie collections, because it doesn't take as long to upload. I use this camera for my main reviews, just because I want them to look a little better. But they take like 3 or 4 hours to upload, sometimes even more. So yes. Today's review is on Star Wars Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Before I get into the review, I do just want to say, my reviews are going to be different. All the movies I showed in my introduction video last night, I'm going to review first. So those are my main favorite movies. So what I'm going to do, if I haven't seen a movie in a while, I'm going to watch it. I'm going to give an introduction, like saying, oh, you know what, I haven't seen this in a while, I'm going to give it a watch. Then I will let you guys, as the audience, know what I think, and I'll give you a little review on it. Note that if you haven't seen any of the movies, like I'm sure everyone has seen Star Wars Episode 2, there will be spoilers. You know, if a character dies, I'll probably say. I eventually will review all the Star Wars movies. I don't have Episode 1 on DVD, so I won't review that one until I get on DVD. I'm only reviewing the movies I have on DVD. So none of the Friday the 13th movies that I'm going to review, because I don't have any of those on DVD. But anyway, that's off topic. But yes, so stay tuned for main reviews. But as I said, today's review is on Star Wars Episode 2, and I've seen this many times. I memorized it in my head, so I don't need to watch it and then do the review. It's the sequel of Episode 1, Phantom Menace. It takes 10 years after Episode 1. All the main characters except Qui-Gon Jinn returns. As you guys all know, Qui-Gon Jinn unfortunately was killed in Episode 1 by Darth Maul, and Darth Maul is dead in the Clone Wars. If you're just a fan of the movies and you're not a fan of the Clone Wars, he's dead. He doesn't come back to you, but he does come back in the Clone Wars. So it pretty much, Padme Amidala, played by Natalie Portman, is not queen anymore, because in Episode 1 she was queen. She is now senator, and her life is still being threatened by, you know, people want her dead. So they're trying to figure out who kills them, and Anakin Skywalker, who is now played by Hayden Christensen, not Jake Lloyd, which I'm glad. I think Hayden in both the movies 2 and 3 did a great job. I'm a huge fan of the prequels, so I always give props on the prequels. They did a great job. He did a great job. Yeah, sometimes he can be whiny and moody, but other than that, I think he did a pretty good job. I can't complain. Anyway, he is assigned to watch Padme, or Senator Amidala, and after another life threatened on her life, they decide to go to Naboo, where she'll be safe. And on Naboo, Anakin starts to fall in love with Padme, and Padme starts to fall in love with Anakin. Now, I know a lot of people, especially people who don't like the prequels, don't believe that they're in love. I personally, Padme is my all-time favorite Star Wars character. I personally believe that Padme and Anakin are falling in love. You know, Star Wars Episode 2 is the romance of the saga. And, you know, it's the story of Darth Vader, so the love, the romance has to fall in some place. Because, everyone knows in Episode 6, Episode 5, well, mostly in Episode 6, that Darth Vader has kids, Luke and Leia. So, how did he have kids? Who was his wife? Who was their mother? So Padme had to fall in somewhere. And I like how they started her off as a queen, a young queen. Anakin was just a young boy, so she couldn't be in love with him. And, so yeah. So anyway, why they're on Naboo, they're supposed to stay on Naboo, but Anakin has nightmares of his mom dying, and he goes to rescue her. I really thought it was an emotional scene when he finds his mom with the Sand People. He meets his step-family, of course, Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru, who you guys all know, and his stepfather. I wish his stepfather had a little bit more scenes. He only had that one scene, 2 if you include when they first meet. I wish they gave him a little bit more scenes. They haven't made an action figure of him yet. I wish that was gonna come true. And he goes find her, and unfortunately she dies. Then one thing comes to another. They decide to go to the, and rescue Obi-Wan, because, he is captured on, Geonosis. And in Episode 2, we are, introduced to a new villain, Count Dooku, played by the awesome Christopher Lee. Christopher Lee is one of my favorite actors. He's awesome. Count Dooku is definitely in my top 10 favorite characters. We think Count Dooku is the Sith Lord. We don't know Palpatine is Darth Sidious. Spoiler alert there. We think Palpatine is this good guy. I mean, in Episode 1, you can tell. I mean, Palpatine and Darth Sidious are the same people. They sound the same. Their chins look the same. But anyway, Christopher Lee's performance was awesome. I wish they would have introduced him a little bit more in the beginning of the movie. He was introduced more into the middle of the movie. Then, Padme and Anakin are sentenced to death, and Obi-Wan is too, and then this big war starts off. This is where the Clone Wars starts off. I love the romance between Padme and Anakin. Anyone who knows me knows I'm a huge Padme fan, and I'm a big Anakin fan too. I'm just a bigger Padme fan than Anakin. Then, you see Jedi, use their lightsabers more. Then you see Count Dooku and Obi-Wan and Anakin and Yoda fight with lightsabers a little bit more. He uses Force lightning. So awesome. Then I really enjoyed the scene at the end where Padme and Anakin get married. I wish they kind of maybe added a scene on what they do after they get married. Where do they go? What do they do? Do they go on a honeymoon, or do they just go back to normal life? The only scene I did not personally like was where they are chasing Zam Wesell. Every time I watch Episode 2 is my favorite out of the Star Wars saga. I find that it's too long. I mean, some people who love action will like this movie, will like that part. But I just find it's too long. I mean, I enjoy it, but I want to get to, me as a Padme and Anakin fan, I want to get to the Padme and Anakin scenes. Obi-Wan is, unfortunately, to Obi-Wan fans, my least favorite Star Wars character, and when I review Episode 3, you guys will find out why. So this was an review on episode 2. Great ending for episode 3. You know, great ending. You know, Anakin and Padme unmarried. So obviously, you know, she's gonna be Luke and Leia's mother. That is episode 2. The next movie I'm going to review is not a Star Wars movie. It is a superhero movie, and it is Dark Knight. So yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna at the end of every review, I'm gonna tell you what movie I'm gonna review next. Some nights I might review 2 movies, maybe 3 movies, but tonight I think I'm just gonna leave it at 1 so people can see this movie as my first movie review. So yes, that was episode 2, Attack of the Clones. Look for my other video on my other channel. And thanks for watching. Please subscribe to my channel, and as always, may the Force be with you. Bye.